every organization, every operating model encodes a theory of business, right? Drucker gave us that framing decades ago. Who who is the customer and what does the customer value, right? In stable environments, those two questions are sufficient, right? You answer them, you build a plan, you execute the plan. If nothing changes faster than your planning cycle, everything's fine, right? It's efficient, it's optimized. But in dynamic environments, and I would argue most of you will be operating in dynamic environments, dynamic markets, a third question becomes equally determinative, right? How quickly must the organization learn and respond for customer value to be captured and sustained? So the answer to that third question determines which column on this table decides your reality. If you look at the 5 dimensions, customer needs, right? Are they stable or shifting? Competitive landscape, constrained or wide open, right? Does your business have lots of competitors or not many competitors, right? Because it's going to change how quickly things happen within your organization. And technology. Is technology something that is fairly static? Think of think of a textile factory in the 1850s, right? Your mid-industrial revolution, the technology is reasonably static. It is changing to get you more stuff more quickly, but it's not changing every few years. It's fairly static from that perspective. When we're looking back on it in history, it looks like everything was changing all the time. But if you were there, it certainly wasn't.
Right.
Right? There was big advances and then long static periods, big advances, long static periods. And if you exist in that world, you don't need to adapt to change on a regular basis. So you construct systems in your organization that prevent change. You actually don't want change. You want the status quo because the status quo is your profit. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So your competitive advantage in predictable markets comes from execution efficiency. We want to remove variance. We want to reduce cost. We want to maximize output. I would argue most organizations I work with have that mental model of what they want to do. But if we exist in adaptive, changing markets, it's learning speed. Detecting a problem, understanding it, and responding is your competitive advantage. We're in mid Fosbury flop, right? All the companies haven't yet adopted this new way, but everybody's talking about it because companies that do adopt it are winning. And all the companies that haven't adopted it don't understand why what they're doing isn't winning. This is not a preference. It's a validity question. Which column describes your market that your business is in? So that this is at the business level. This is not at IT or engineering level or the level that most of us as agile practitioners are going to be operating at, right? This is the organizational decision level. How is the organization fundamentally designed?